But my volume is off, right?
Oh no.
That's not Mr. Goss.
I'm sorry, Mr. Goss. Who's that on the interrupting the room? Maya? Now you can unmute yourself now.
That's my daughter's name. I'm Matthew Grant.
Matthew Grant, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, let's get going. This is the City of Detroit versus Olympia Gravett, case number SP1203569. Appearance for the record, please.
Olympia Gravett.
Elwood S. Berry Jr., P28880 on behalf of Ms. Gravett.
Okay. All right, let's give you some till July the 25th, Ms. Gravett.
Okay, that's wonderful, Judge.
At 8:30, congratulations on your new job, and
Thank you.
I want to see you owning some McDonald's soon.
That's right. That's my plans, Judge.
And that's what you got to. That's how you got to think of it.
That's right.
But first, I want you to do good so you don't get all these points on your driver's license. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day. Keep up the good spirit, man. And
Thank you.
see
You have a wonderful day too, Judge.
All right. Have a great one.
Bye-bye.
July 25th. Come on back.
Okay, July 25th at 8:30.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Make sure that your docket stays organized.
All right, Mr. Lewis, your case doesn't start until at least 9 o'clock. We're gonna get an officer's awaiting period to come in in half hour. So why don't you, if you want, you can zoom back in at 9, or you can sit tight if you want. Mr. Garrett.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Perkins.
Right. Denzel here, please.
You said Denzel here.
All right, this is the City of Detroit versus Denzel Joshua Garrett. Case number is SP1064230, counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 886797 1 and 8, SP 886791. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Denzel Joshua Garrett. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I'm sorry. I'm just checking the other people in that just zoomed in. So I just want to make sure I get everybody checked in. All right. There's no offer in the file. One is, and I can pretty much, yes, let's give him a rein, Mr. Berry.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Garrett would waive the reading of the information and stand mute, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'm going to issue him a $0 bond on the cases, and this doesn't have an offer because of the nature of the charges. There's a failure to a personal injury accident and a failure to stop, or identify after a personal injury accident are the two charges that are preventing, your client, Mr. Garrett, from getting an offer right now. Typically, the city attorney, wants to talk to the officer and see what their version of the events, on that date and time was before he bails into that. Let me ask your client, if I may, does your client have a valid driver's license?
I don't. I haven't had one since the day I got my car.
Hold on a second, Mr. Garrett. You're gonna let your attorney, he's very good. Let him do your mouthpiece for you, all right?
Got
And
you.
I'm gonna say to you that it's my, goal is to see, if possible, each and everybody that comes to this court can get a driver's license, and we try to make it fair and reasonable. And with that being said, I see that you have some reinstatement fees to pay that, or potentially is what's preventing you from getting the license. I will afford you the opportunity to pay those reinstatement fees up front. And at the very least, you'll need to pay $135. At the most, here, you will need to pay $225. Just depending on which ones they collect from you. So, and I don't know if you have any other issues in any other jurisdictions.
No, sir.
Okay, well, that would get you clearances down here. Would you like to pay those reinstatement fees up front, sir, and come back on trial date for and potentially have a driver's license, and we'll work this stuff out on trial, day of trial. I'll let you speak with Mr. Berry in the breakout room if you so choose.
How do I get to the breakout room?
I'll put you in there so you can get a better understanding of what's going on, all right?
Got it. Understood.
Join the room, please. They say over the court.
Sir, I'm just letting you know that Ryan Gardner is present.
Yeah, on the Galaxy A02s.
I believe so.
Yeah, I got you in order. I'll put your name down there. Good morning to you. Good morning to Miss Green as well, Mr. Grant.
I think they're fine. And that they just kind of flooded their afternoon.
So who came in? And I don't know, everybody is always call us that they are. All right, let's pass this matter. This trial.
I asked her, she didn't say. I was like, okay.
Right. We got a counselor in here. Good morning, counselor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Very well. How are you?
All right. I see you're masked up again.
Oh, yeah, it's coming back. I mean, I don't think you ever really been here. It's getting, and then when I'm not masked up, I'm not in the courtroom. I'm either zooming from my chambers or somewhere like that remotely.
Yeah.
So we have a formal hearing, and we're gonna give them another 20 minutes to see if they show up. If they don't show up, get you out of here, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. You're the best.
No, I wish. I appreciate it, though. I'll take that. Let's just see what Mr. Give me that name on that Galaxy again, please.
Ryan Gardner.
Brian Gardner. All right, I have it. I needed Christopher Griffin,
What time, Judge?
at 8:35. Alice Leslie,
Yes, Alice Leslie here.
Alice Leslie, I need Matthew Grant, I need Brian Gardner, I need Tanisha Green. Please.
You said, okay. This is Christopher.
Christopher Griffin, Alicia Liz. Griffin's got 2 phones. Mr. Griffin, what is your date of birth?
02/13/2002.
Did you go to driving school, sir?
No, not yet. Actually, I was not able to set an appointment yet. I just got the document that I needed from Secretary of State about a week ago.
No, I'm talking about expensive driving school from our.
Yes, I did, and I emailed you, and I got locked out, and you told me to remind you because failure of security questions.
Okay, so did you get back in?
No, I did not.
Did you try to get back in?
Yes, I texted them. I called the number numerous times.
You're not the first person that has told me that. So.
You said you need one more person, Judge.
Matthew Grant, Brian Gardner, Tanisha Green. So this careless driver. Oh, he said it's.
You said Brian Gardner or Brian? Okay.
All right, let's do this. Before Mr. Grant out of the room. All right, we're back on the record with Mr. Denzel Garrett. Mr. Garrett, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room. Counselor, what does your client want to do?
Mr. Garrett would avail himself of the court's offer to permit him to pay his reinstatement fees and proceed to a trial date, of course, a bench trial date.
All right, I got a trial date. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Garrett?
Yes, sir.
I got a trial date set for July the 29th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay. That's a question. Is there any way, like, what if I was to get the money sooner? Could I come to trial sooner or no?
I don't know. You have to ask Ms. Mathis that.
Okay.
He needs a sooner trial date.
Yeah, what's the reason for the sooner trial date?
Oh, because I start work June 6th, so I know I'd have the funds by at least like this time next month. I'd have the funds to reinstate my license, etc.
Well, if you start June 6th, you'll have a license. And is there any pressing reason why you want to get it done sooner than that, or you just because you want to get it behind you?
Just because I want to get it behind me. I've been going through this for years, Your Honor. I'm just ready to get it all behind me at this point. Thing of the past.
I don't know if that's really necessary for a new.
Or
Let's see
useful.
what Ms. Mathis says.
Things happen.
She's the boss. I
Don't believe
I
that.
don't-
Don't believe that.
don't have any power here.
Tuesday, June 14th.
See?
Do not.
Let's see here.
June 14th is too soon though.
Oh, my goodness, see? No,
It
we're
is.
gonna
I
leave
said
it
the
at
25th.
We're gonna leave it at July the 29th. We're gonna leave it at July the 29th. I
All right,
got you.
cool.
Well,
Cool.
all right, good luck to you. At least you have a driver's license after that. Just
Very true.
save up that money, because I can almost bet that you're gonna owe some money, but I'm just got my crystal ball here. I don't know what's gonna happen, because you may have Mr. Barry, and Mr. Barry may be able to beat them all, so I don't know.
That would be nice.
I know it would. All right, good luck to you. Congratulations on your new job, sir. And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you July the 29th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right, Mr. Griffin.
Yes, sir.
Let's call the cases. City of Detroit versus Christopher Darnell Griffin Jr. Case number SP 1214637, SP 1234387, counts 1 and counts 2. Let's see. Appearance for the record, please.
Owen S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Griffin. State your full name, Mr. Griffin.
Christopher Darnell Griffin Jr.
All right, Mr. Barry, I've heard this before, and I trust that everyone is pretty much telling me the same thing. They get locked out of this defensive driving course, and they can't get back in. And I can only imagine how it is trying to deal with online stuff like that. And that just seems like what Mr. Griffin's issue is. So I don't know what you want to have to pay another $60.
No.
But I also don't want to have them to get all these points on his driver's license. That's the purpose of, he's got a 3-point offense in careless driving. Do you have a driver's license now, sir?
No, sir.
And are you going to driving school?
Yes.
And where are you at in that process?
I don't know if it's called semester 2. I'm not sure. I'm not that far yet.
But you started?
Yes, I actually have my permit. I really just need to go and take my road test.
Run his driver's license, please. That's Mr. Christopher Griffin. Where is Mr. Goss? How far did you get on the course?
I actually do not remember, but I do have my driver's permit. So I didn't need the
Defensive driving course, that Michigan defensive driving.
Oh,
course.
I got pretty far actually in that. It doesn't tell me like how much I have left. It was basically just an ongoing thing. I didn't know when it was going to end, but I got pretty far.
I believe him. He's got a valid license too. All right, so. Let's give him some more time. How long do you think before you complete your driving thing, your with the Secretary of State and you get change that driving permit into a driver's license.
I can do that in about a month. I say a month because when I call driving schools, they don't be available for 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks, things like
All
that.
right, let's do this. Let's have you back on July the 20th.
July 20th.
25th, July the 25th, 2022. Just make sure you write that down and then make an effort to try to get back and finish that defensive driving course up as well.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let Mr. Goss know that he's taking this, he's going through this process of getting his driver's license, so he's already getting a lot of education on that. So let's do that. Come back on July the 25th. You may have one more court appearance after that to get this resolved. We'll see. We'll see at that point. All right, just stay with it. All right.
Okay.
Good luck to you on completing that driver's license. All right.
Okay. And what time on July the 25th? I'm sorry.
At 8:30.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, Mr. Griffin, have a good day and good luck to you. All right.
You too. Thank you.
All right. It's the city of Detroit versus Alicia Elizabeth Janine Leslie. Case number.
Yes, it's, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. What is it?
No, I was just gonna say it's Alice, that's all.
I'm sorry, Alice. Now that's important. That's a big deal. But I got the rest of it right?
Yes, Alice Elizabeth Janine Leslie, yes.
All right. And then 16-3155091, appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Miss Leslie. State your full name, Miss Leslie.
Alice Elizabeth Janine Leslie.
All right. Let's get your client arraigned.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Leslie would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
All right, I'm going to not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Sutter home. We'll give your client a trial date.
Okay.
No, Judge, did you take Gus?
I was going to talk to you about Griffin, but he's gone now. He's not.
How you doing this
He's taking the defense. He got locked out of the defensive driving course. Young man. He's got a valid driver's license. He's got a permit. He's got a careless driver.
When is he coming back?
July
25th.
29th. But I'm going to say that.
That's the only thing, just careless?
But and an unregistered, and a no ops ticket, and a no insurance. So he's only 20 years old. But he's,
Guess he tried and.
but I said, since he's getting locked out, I'm getting that. And
I know, that's what I'm saying, just 2 blockades.
And then he's already taken the driver's course. He hasn't finished all the driver's course, so he's getting the education.
Yeah.
He needs. I told him we'll get him back.
So put on note, I said, like, do blockade, you just messed up. That way we remember.
All right. Okay, Miss Leslie, we're gonna give you a trial date, July the 2022 at 9 a.m. All right.
July what?
29th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
We'll get a resolution on that day.
Okay, so as far as now, I just wait till the 29th, come back, there's no fees that I need. So this is nothing I can pay or anything?
No, you don't want to. You want to just pay $240 and have 2 points on your driving record and all that good stuff?
No, I don't want the points.
And plead to a misdemeanor? You want to do that?
No, I'm trying not to get the point.
Okay, did we arraign her? We arraign her, Mr. Barry?
Your Honor, Ms. Leslie would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Okay. And coming back, it's not gonna guarantee you that you won't get points, but it's gonna give you a good fighting chance, all right?
Okay, I'll do that.
There we go. Have a great day, ma'am. Just make sure you show back up and we'll get a resolution on the 29th of July, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Judge Perkins. You have a great day.
You have a better one, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Mr. Grant, are you there? All right.
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
All right, do you have registration for this vehicle?
That vehicle is registered in, yes, I don't have that in front of me. That wasn't my vehicle. That was my mother-in-law's. It was registered at the time. It was just that the tag was broke because she was ill and couldn't get to the Secretary of State to renew it at the time.
All right. So it wasn't registered, sir. It wasn't registered then. That's all.
Okay, well, I know definitely it was insured. Now, if it wasn't registered, I guess I wasn't sure about that then. I couldn't find the paperwork in the car. It was pretty junky, so I couldn't find the right paperwork.
This City of Detroit versus Matthew Grant, case number SP 11247561. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Grant. State your name again, Mr. Grant, full name.
Matthew Grant.
Let's get your client arraigned, Mr. Berry.
Yes, Mr. Grant would waive the reading of the information and stand mute, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna accept his I'm gonna dismiss the case. I'm gonna waive the warrant fee and he'll pay the reinstatement fee, all right? $45, so pay it at any DivDad kiosk in the City of Detroit. Or come down to the court and pay it. I'm told that you can upload that DivDad app to your phone. All right? Mr. Grant?
Yes, sir.
Did you get all of that?
Yes, the $45 fee at the local kiosk will come on down to the court and we should be squared away.
All right, very well, sir. Good luck to you, all right?
Thank you. Have a good one.
Mr. Myron.
All right, I got Officer Robert Johnson.
Okay, I didn't bring my time card. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I got Shanae Lewis that's interrupting my courtroom. Good morning, Ms. Lewis.
Good morning.
Shania.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We've had discussion before, haven't we?
About what?
I don't know. You tell me. Have we talked before?
Yeah, at the last court hearing.
Okay. So I figured we talked before. I didn't know what we talked about. But I'm going to put Mr. Goss, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with the officers. Let's get Mr. Gardner. Is that
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Gardner, where are you, sir?
Right here.
You got pulled over by Officer Willie Robbins. All right, let's see. No recollection?
No, not Brian. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, Mr.
Brian.
Robinson.
No. Brian Garrett.
Garrett?
9 o'clock. Sorry.
Well, he's
He said he's okay with it being dismissed.
yeah, that's Dawson. I'd like to oversee all of that. Who's that?
Officer,
Is that for Ryan Lewis?
no, Ryan Geary, 9 o'clock. A trial.
Ryan Geary.
Is y'all gardening or, yeah?
Right, just call me.
He's in the breakout room, so let him talk to him. Here's Ryan right here as well.
Ryan Geary, see?
I think.
Oh, Ryan's iPhone.
Is that Ryan, Gary?
Yes, here.
All right, let's go ahead and, Mr. Goss, are you there? Did Mr. Goss ever join that breakout room, Mr. Johnson? Officer Johnson? All right, let's go ahead to the city of Detroit versus Ryan D. Gardner. Case numbers SP 1217203 counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1217205 Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Gardner. State your full name, Mr. Gardner.
IND Gardner Senior.
Take that. Well, this is his first time here. Let's give him. No, I don't think this is. This is not your first time here, is it, sir?
No, sir. I was supposed to do that 36 district driving assessment thing.
Yes. What?
Huh?
But is there a but behind that, or you got that done?
I got it done, sir.
Where did you send me the certificate?
I thought that when you completed it, it automatically go to an email or something like that. But I definitely when I got done completing, I want to say this was Saturday. It, hold on. My other phone messing up, but
let me wait to see with Mr. Goss. I need to get him in here. That's his
how do I email it to someone?
Here, I'm gonna send you my email address.
Okay.
Your Honor, are you on the record?
Yes, I'm on the record with Mr. Ryan Gardner, and he is sending me the information for his defensive driving course that he took. That's the email address. All right, so I don't know if you can do two things at once, but we do have Mr. Goss. Put your appearance on the record, please, Mr. Goss.
Is there a way that you can make it pop up again, sir? Because it just popped up, but it went away.
I think it's always going to be there if you know, but I'm going to do it again.
Hey, Police's Honorable Court, Dante Goss, P60162 on behalf of the people.
All right, Mr. Gardner has taken the Michigan Defensive Driving course. He's given me that information. He's attempting to forward the information. He has a 21 over equipment violation and no proof of insurance. Do you have a valid driver's license, sir?
Yes, sir. Does it show if it's still valid on y'all end? But I definitely still have it.
Kyle.
Yes, please. All right, we'll put it aside. P.O. Zach.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's see. Who are you here on?
I am here for Dewan Littlejohn.
Littlejohn.
Correct.
Your Honor.
Let's move. We're going to pass Mr. Gardner's matter momentarily.
Okay, we're ready for Gary, Your Honor, Brian Gary.
All right, right, this is the city of Detroit versus Ryan Scott Gary. Case number SP121-21631. Appearance for the record, please.
Dante Goss on behalf of the people.
Howard S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Gary. State your name, Mr. Gary.
Ryan Gary.
Tyler.
We also have Officer Dubuck. Can you put your name, badge number, precinct, and department on the record, sir?
Tyler,
Yo,
you gotta turn that off.
who's that talking in the background?
They're not talking.
Officer Dubuck, badge 1398, Detroit Police Department, 6th Precinct.
Officer Zach, you're gonna get to mute your phone. You're interrupting court. All right, good morning, officer.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. I'm really sorry to interrupt. Can you please send it just one more time? Because I got my phone to act right. I'm trying to send it to you now.
All right. Today is the date, time set for a trial in the matter. Mr. Gary, can you state your name for the record, please?
Ryan Gary.
All right.
Your Honor, at this time, the city is moving to dismiss this matter due to no recollection.
Hey, Mr. Officer Dubois, you put your appearance on the record? Did you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm sure there's no objection from the defense on that. We're gonna dismiss the case, no recollection. Officer Dubois, thank you for being here, and Mr. Gary, thank you for being here. And we'll only thing I hope for you both of you is have a very good day. And Officer Dubois, be safe out there. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can we get a stipulation on probable cause?
We get a stipulation of probable cause on that stop.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Have a great day, everyone. All right, I haven't forgot about you, Ms. Green. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Tamisha Green, case numbers SP1117405, counts 1 and counts 2, and SP1117407, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Ms. Green. State your full name, Ms. Green.
Tamisha Elise Harper.
All right. Let's see what we have here is I'm going to set aside these defaults for your client. No valid registration and defective brake light. Improper plates, no insurance misdemeanor, and really is kind of cumulative. And no valid registration. If you don't have a valid registration, then obviously the plates wouldn't be proper, right? Let's see what the offer is. The offer is to plead to the improper plate. That's $240. I'll dismiss upon payment of that $240. But let me ask your client first. Do you have insurance and registration on a vehicle, or do you own a vehicle now, ma'am?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you have
But it is
registration
registered.
and insurance for that vehicle?
Yes, but I do live in another state. I live in Florida, and it is registered in Florida.
Well, that's not going to do us any good. And now I'm envious of your client, Mr. Berry. That might hurt your client because I want to live in Florida. I don't know what I'm going to do now. What part of Florida do you live in, ma'am? And don't say the wrong word. What part of Florida do you live in?
Your Honor, I live in Tampa.
You didn't say Miami, so I want to move to Miami, Mr. Berry. My mother-in-law lives in St. Pete though. And I go to a restaurant down on 4th, and I forget the street. It's in St. Pete.
I've never been, Your Honor.
Good wings and with chicken and waffle. So
I'm told it's a wonderful place.
You say what?
I'm told it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I like it. I like also when I go to Tampa, we go to Anna Maria Island. Now, if I were to live in the middle of Florida, I would live on Anna Maria Island. You been there, ma'am?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Yes, I have. Absolutely beautiful.
one thing that was surprised me, because the first time I ever went, we stayed in what's that island over? It's Siesta Key. And I'm on the plane reading the brochure, and it just so happened to talk about the best sand in the world. And I'm reading, and Siesta Key was #1. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going to a place that's the best sand in the world. I gotta see the sand, right? And I couldn't believe it. The sand was like talcum powder.
Yeah.
So my daughter, she takes a Ziploc bag full of this sand and puts it in her and brings it back. And once we get through TSA, they're pulling her over, running tests on it like it's some dope or something. I was like, oh. And I saw that sand in our bathroom just the other day. She put it in, but it was like talcum powder. You seen that sand before?
Yes, Your Honor, that was the reason that made me move there. I went to Clearwater and I fell in love. Yes.
Wow.
And I did the same thing. I brought sand home with seashells and it had to be tested and everything as well. Yeah.
I'm not lying, am I? So Mr. Berry, I'm telling you, that sand is like talcum powder. The alarm bells went off on TSA. I'm like, they're pulling my daughter over there. What? What's going on? So, all right, Mr. Goss. I don't know what Mr. Goss is going to do with this.
Sir, did the email get to you?
Still interrupting our court. No, I'm just messing with you. You still interrupting, but not yet, sir.
I mean, look, it's shine.perkins at 36district.org, right?
36districtcourt.org, just like it is on there. Let me make sure I gave you the right.
This time I'm a screenshot of it.
At 36districtcourt.org.
Okay, do it just one more time. And I'm a screenshot it this time.
You should have screenshotted it a long time ago.
I thought I had it.
Listen, Mr. The only problem with Miss Green's issue is she says she's got insurance and registration, but it's Florida. That's not doing us any good, Mr. Berry. All right, how about you do this, ma'am? How about you pay this brake light ticket, and we'll call it a day.
That sounds great.
All right. So I think that's going to be $120. So I'll save you $120 a day.
I greatly appreciate that, Your Honor.
All right, let me see. Well, it says 200, but I'm going to make it 120. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Will your client stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for the responsible plea counselor?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. And will your client stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter?
Yes, Your Honor. So stipulated.
All right, I'm going to find your client responsible for the as charged to the defective brake light. And I'm going to fine her $120. I'm gonna dismiss the other matters. I'm gonna waive any late and I'm gonna waive any late fee. You're gonna owe probably 2 reinstatement fees. I don't know how that's gonna affect your driver's license in Florida. And I'm gonna waive the warrant fees. So all I'm really concerned about is the 120. You may have to concern yourself with the other 90. When can you pay this, ma'am?
I can pay that the first week in June, the 3rd to be more exact.
All right, I'll just put pay by 6/23/2022. 6/23/2022. Pay by that date, and that's the 120. And if it's nothing further, you pay that at any. You'll probably have to upload the DivDat app to your phone since you're in Florida. I know they don't have any DivDat kiosks probably in Florida. But pay that at any DivDat kiosk or have somebody come down to the court and pay that little 120. And you may see another $245 fees for the business.
Excuse me, Your Honor, what, can you please enunciate what you said, DivDat?
DivDat, DIVDAT.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Oh, Mrs. Mathis says she has a phone number you can call as well. You'll have to put the ticket number in. You got an ink pen, ma'am?
I do. Yes, I do.
All right, the ticket number is going to be SP111-74072. The phone number is what, Ms. Mathis?
It's 1-855-798-1547. That's the pay by phone number.
I just want to repeat that ticket number. I have S as in Sam, G as in girl, 111-74072.
No, S is in Sean, P is in Perkins.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
111-74072.
Okay, thank you.
All right. If there's nothing further, I'm just going to order you to enjoy the rest of your day and send us that sunshine all the way up to December, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor, and I greatly appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day.
You have a better one, thank you.
Mr. Judge Perkins,
Oh my.
was your email?
Mr. Gardner, this is the court reporter recording these proceedings. I would ask that you please refrain from speaking until the judge addresses you as you are corrupting the record. Thank you.
Okay, I apologize.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I was just gonna say, next time he interrupts, we're gonna send him to jail. That'll keep him quiet, won't it, Mr. Gardner? I'll tell you when I get that email, it'll pop up here on my screen. I'm gonna wait. Counselor, did your let's see, did the officer show up for Obey?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
Who's the officer for Obey?
Let me check again.
He said no. He said no.
It's always wishful thinking, Your Honor.
I like that.
Your Honor, it's Officer Johnson for Obey.
Oh, see, yeah, he's here.
No,
Did you talk to Did you talk to Mr. Goss?
No, Your Honor.
Officer Johnson, did you talk to Mr. Goss?
No, sir.
I don't know, even I put you in a breakout room. This is a prohibited left turn. Okay, I think Officer Navari, I think you missed the cut. Well, maybe not. No,
Yeah, I was in. Yeah, Your Honor, I was in
you didn't. You're
another
here.
room.
You made it on time. All right, let's get Officer Johnson and Mr. Gazdecki out of here if we can quickly. Mr. Goss, are you there? Nothing yet, Mr. Gardner. We're gonna see if we can expedite it though for you. Zoom user, what's your name, sir? In the white tee. Zoom user.
Eric Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Yes.
good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You got a couple more minutes. I don't know if your officer has showed up or not yet. I'm gonna put you back in the breakout room to wait on officer, on
Okay.
Mr. Goss. I told him to join the room. What's gonna go on with Obeyed? I mean, what's gonna go on with Obeyed, Officer Johnson? All right.
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir, Officer Johnson. Yes, sir.
All right, join the room then. I mean, you know about the ticket and you're ready to go for a formal hearing if it's necessary?
Yes, sir.
All right, join the room and speak to Mr. Goss right quick. And interrupt him and let him know that we have a counselor here waiting and we need to get them out of here.
Okay, just send me the prompt and I'll join the
It's
breakout
already
room.
sent to you.
It's not showing up, sir.
I'll move you to 2 and then I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna move you to 3 and then I'm gonna bring you back to 1.
Yes, sir.
You see it?
I'm still with you, sir.
Yeah, you gotta find it. It's there.
Oh, okay, well.
You gotta hit the more button or something. Hit the more button or something like that. All right, Mr. Gardner, I still don't have it yet. What we're gonna do is, did you take some notes on that course, Mr. Gardner?
Yes, sir. I still got, yeah.
You got a lot of notes?
Yes, sir.
All right, when Mr. Goss gets back in here, we'll know whether you took the class based on what you bring to it, and then we'll see what kind of offer he's gonna give you at that time, all right?
Okay, and by the way, is there like a cell phone number maybe I can like text it to the certificate?
No, it's just it may just take time. You sent it already to me, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, and you got the email address right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it sometimes takes a little bit of time just to get it. Here, if you send it, it should pop up. And I'll see, it'll prompt me when it pops up.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's go to, Eric Lindsay's gonna be waiting for a second. Let's go to Shania Lewis. Let's see what Ms. Lewis has going on. No, I don't. I need Obey's file. I see Obey. And Shania Lewis, Eric Lindsay, and Vinny Guy. Mr. Goss,
Yes, Your Honor.
are we ready on Obey?
Can I speak to Attorney Mark?
Yes. Put you in a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Eric Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just gotta pull your file. All right, we're gonna wait. Lewis, you have, I don't know if you have an officer for Lewis yet, either Shania Lewis. We got one officer for, got one officer for Ryan. We got 2 more minutes on officer, but
Did you say you needed Ryan Lewis too?
I need Ryan Lewis. I think I have Ryan Lewis. I need Ryan Lewis. Vinny Gayu? No, he hasn't showed up yet. All right. Where's Vinny Gayu?
Thank you. Cyril Hall, in lieu of attorney of record, Amir Macklin on behalf of Mr. Guy.
Amir Macklin?
No, Cyril Hall in lieu of attorney of record, Amir Macklin.
How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Hall?
Fine, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Is it Bennyguye?
Yes. Yes.
Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, sir.
Today is the date and time set for a trial for some reason, I don't see, oh, okay, I see it, it's, okay, I got it. All right. All right, let's get it on the road. All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Benny Lewis Guy, case number, SD 4465091. Appearance for the record, please.
Thank you, Cyril Hall, on behalf of Mr. Guy.
All right, is there an officer? Sue Cato, not hearing your name, seeing in the room today, state concept for a trial. Giving the officer a half-hour grace period. I don't hear or see an officer. Counselor, you want to make a motion?
Your Honor, we respectfully ask the court to dismiss the charges.
All right, we're going to dismiss the charges. No officer. I'm going to waive any warrant fee. Well, it doesn't appear that there's any. If there's nothing further, good to see you, Mr. Paul.
You too, Your Honor.
I think this is my first time. You're my first time having you in front of me, so I will dismiss the case, and you and your client have a very good day. There's nothing further.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Hall, can you put your P number on the record, please?
And the spelling of your first name, if you could.
CYRIL Hall, HALL 29121.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, sir.
All right, who else hasn't showed up? Let's get Miss Lewis out of here.
I jumped on there. They're talking about sanctions because we told them about the history for so long, facilitation, stuff like that. Now they're talking about putting this number on it. So that there's no.
Well, who showed up?
City of Detroit versus Shania Dion Lewis. Case numbers SP 1138299, count 1 and count 2. Also 18-46611, counts 1, 2, and 3. Also, we have 19-399-806, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Howard S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Ms. Lewis. State your full name, Ms. Lewis.
Yes, Shania Dion Lewis.
Your Honor, this is the date and time set for trial on these matters. I don't believe any of the officers have appeared, and therefore respectfully, we seek dismissal of these matters.
All right. Seeing no officers on behalf of Ms. Lewis's case, Spidell, Louise, and I don't see the other two. Spidell usually comes, but I'm thinking the agent of the ticket probably did. I'm going to dismiss the case, no officer. All right, you win today, ma'am. Big.
Thank you so much.
If there's nothing further, I'm going to waive any warrant fees. You're going to be responsible to pay any reinstatement fees, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, ma'am. Good luck to you.
You as well. Thank you so much.
All right. That would be, I don't think anybody. Even the cool, so I can jump into back to my program. I mean, breakout room. The top of the story. I'll put you in the breakout room. Why you want to be host of my show? I don't want to disturb you. Why do you want to be host of my show all the time? He's been begging to be co-host for I don't know how long. Because I don't have to. What's going on with Mr. Obey and Mr. Gundy? They've been waiting.
Hi, Your Honor. Blockading, Your Honor.
Oh, no. This is the city of Detroit versus Hazim Mohammed Obey, case number SP 1323811. Appear for the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Marquez Secchi, P46289 on behalf of the defendant, per his permission, Your Honor.
All right, he's not here. You want to waive his presence, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to offer some blocking traffic, $175. Your client want to take that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll stipulate to the face of the ticket as an actual factual basis for that responsible plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, blocking traffic, $175, paid by, when can your client pay?
How about 2 weeks, Your Honor?
All right, 6/6/2022.
Excellent.
All right, if there's nothing further, you have a very good day, all right?
You too, Your Honor. Your courtroom seems to be fun today.
We always have some fun in here. We try at least. We try to lighten the mood up. I know people don't want to come to court, so we try to lighten the mood up for them. And
excellent, Your Honor. Have a great day.
all right, have a great one. You have a
Thank
better one.
you. Bye.
All right, let's go with Lindsay, Eric Lindsay. I think he's gonna win too.
Hope so.
Your Honor, can you put me back out into my breakout room?
That was how easy that was. He's trying to get a whole Zoom. You know, only 3 people can have control of this room. That's Ms. Mathis, Ms. Williams Law, and myself. That's it. All right. All right, Lindsay.
Yes.
See what happens with him. City of Detroit versus Eric Dwayne Lindsay, case number SP 1233091. Appearance for the record, please, and I will call
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lindsay.
Eric Dwayne Lindsay.
Your Honor, this is the date and time set for trial. The officer not having appeared, respectfully, we seek dismissal of this matter.
I'm looking for that YouTube. See. Here's the YouTube. It looks like he already won on that one. All right. Is there a Officer Nicholas Edney, hearing no response. There's a date and time set for trial. Council's made a motion to dismiss based on no officer. I'm gonna grant the motion. Case is gonna be dismissed, sir. There's nothing further. You have a very good day.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
All right. Ryan Lewis, we're waiting on Lewis.
We're ready on Lewis, Your Honor. Ryan
All right.
Lewis.
What's gonna go on with Mr. Lewis?
Uh,
See Gardner, here, we gotta get rid, or let's get rid of Lewis and we gotta get Mr. Gardner's stuff on the road.
You think something's wrong?
All right. What's gonna happen? What do you want from Mr. Lewis, if anything?
this is no recollections, Your Honor.
Let me see.
Everybody's winning today.
Is he just supposed to just pay it? Thank you.
Okay. Ryan Lewis, you took the file, Ryan Lewis's file?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. I'll bring it right back. Here I come.
The City of Detroit versus Ryan Damian Lewis, case number 2173927, count 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Lewis. State your full name, Mr. Lewis.
Ryan Damian Lewis.
Hey, Officer Navarre, you want to put your appearance on the record?
Yes, sir. Officer Blake Navarre, badge number 4118, Detroit Police Department.
What precinct is that, sir?
10th precinct.
Good morning to you.
We didn't care every
fucking word. Oh, there was a motion already made. By the people to dismiss the election.
I can't hear anything. Somebody's talking over me.
All right, we're going to dismiss no recollection. Bart, all I ask you is just to be safe out there, all right? Have a very good day, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Lewis, let's see. For you, that took care of the cases that I called, but it appears that you got some more cases.
Yeah, last time I appeared here, you told me that I had a another warrant, but turns out it wasn't me. It's somebody else with their middle name is spelled different or something like that. So when I went to that court proceeding, they had figured out that that was a different person with the same birthday, but the middle name was spelled different.
How do you spell your middle name?
D-I-A-M. I'm sorry, D-A-M-I-A-N.
I-E-N?
I-A-N. A is an apple.
And this one is spelled D-A-M-I-E-N. What's your date of birth?
My date of birth is February 4th, 1995.
And they said this was a different person?
It's not me. That's not my name, nor the address that's attached to that is mine. So the criminal case, the traffic case, this is actually something I was ticketed for, and that's why I'm appearing here today.
All right, well, it's still a pretrial date. I guess maybe the other person showed up, but there's a pretrial date for July the 19th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you deal with that. What about this driving while license suspended and failure to? Why wasn't this taken care of?
I thought the traffic was what I was taking care of today, which was the
Today
driving while license suspended and the stop sign, something like that. Or turn, I can't remember if it was turn signal or stop sign.
Let's see if we have this right. Okay, let's see if we have this right. Something's wrong. You're not Ryan Lewis at 12/29/1968. So let's.
I can give you the two case numbers I'm here for today.
I got the case numbers. Let's strike that whole thing from the record. For 21739 counts 1, 2, and 3. Let's strike that from the record. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Ryan Damian Lewis, case number SP1235338. and SP123535591. Put that appearance on the record. Mr. Elwood Berry.
Yes, sir.
Your appearance on the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. Your full name again, Mr. Ryan.
Ryan Damian Lewis.
All right, those two cases are gonna be dismissed. Those are the case numbers you have, right, sir?
That's correct.
All right, I would go back to that, I would go back to that court hearing on the 29th on the 19th about that gun charge. I would, to make sure I saw that through. But the middle name is spelled different, but that's the only difference, the date of birth and everything. And I do see your address is different.
Yes. Yeah, I spoke to my lawyer, and basically he already told me that it's basically impossible for them to charge me with that, with the wrong name and the incorrect address.
Well, and do you know of the July 19th court date, next court date?
Yeah, I was aware of all of that because I went to that Zoom proceeding because you had made me aware that I went to that Zoom proceeding, and I wasn't a part of them telling me that I had to appear. It was somebody totally different. It was a completely different person.
Up, that Damian Lewis, huh?
That I can't tell you.
I would go back in that room on July the 19th, 2022 to follow that case through because it's awfully close to everything that you have. I don't know about the driver's license number, but I don't know. That's up to you, sir. I'm just giving you the information, that's all.
Thank you.
All right. Let's have a great day, sir.
You too.
Let's go with Ryan Gardner. Mr. Goss, are you there? Where's Mr. Goss? Let me get him back in the room. We can get Mr. Gardner out of here for real. All right. Coming up with his name again. Coming up with his name. Summer Lemmy.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good.
Now, pronounce your last name for me, please.
Limley.
Limley. You've been here before, haven't you?
I had a court date about a month ago, so that was my first time on there.
Did I have you testing, man?
Excuse me?
Did I have you testing?
You had me testing where I was supposed to drop every week. I have talked to literally 3 officers. I've been up there. Whoever his name was supposed to be Ricardo. I have not gotten any message back or no one's called me or anything. I've called for multiple days. Like my grandmother has passed. I've still been calling like.
Let's get probation on the line, please.
When I talked to someone, they told me that my officer was Officer Ricardo, and I've been calling and leaving messages and everything.
Okay, we'll see. Limley. She's got Ricardo. Bellator. Where's Mr. Goss?
You never found judge.
Oh, my God.
I talked to someone that worked there for probably about 40 minutes. They were trying to find some information, even as far as they wanted my attorney to talk to him at the time. So I don't know whoever Officer Ricardo is, but I never was able to get in contact with him.
Who's your attorney?
Hello?
I had did the court appointed when they had gave me the paper and sent it in. They gave me the paper through an email, and then I had called to see where I would send it to because it didn't have a return address or anything, and they told me to send it to 36th District, and they sent me a paper saying something about that I would have to talk to someone with probation, and then when I called, they told me to talk to Officer Ricardo, and I would go from there. I have not talked to Officer Ricardo, or anyone has gotten back any information with me, and it's been a little over a month.
Delator. He's assigned to.
No.
Okay, let's give her a spot of.
Her name is
Then,
Okay, thank you. Delator is on his way.
all right, let's get her a spot appointment. She got the information, emailed it to her. She indicated that she sent it back, but.
Yeah, the email that they sent me, it was just a court appointed attorney paper, like the one that I was supposed to fill out, and I emailed back saying regards to where to send to, and it said to 36th District Court. And I don't know what happened after there. Like I said, I have to talk to either probation or attorney.
Did you fill it out?
Yeah, I did.
If I test you today, what will I get?
If I'm about to go to work in about 40 minutes until 10:30, but you're fine as far as any liquor or anything. I can come up there and test.
Yeah, you haven't been drinking?
No, even then, like I said, it was just a day full of celebration entire. Like my levels weren't even up that high when I got my OWI. It was like they weren't high at all. I'm not a drinker. Literally, I've worked for Chrysler literally all day, so
I worked
it was never a problem for me.
All day and we drank all night.
Oh look, it was a long Sunday. My mom was getting married. Like
she can't give me that one. I know that. Like
if y'all they want me to come in, I'll have no problem.
That's back when I used to drink. Who? Oh, can I get a good phone number from you, ma'am, please?
Yes. 313-571-8782. I can give you another one if that doesn't work.
No, 872.
Well, why wouldn't that one work?
No, just because I don't need no problems. I need them to hurry up and call so I can get this over with. This because they said that I call and I don't answer.
Give us another one. We can take 2 numbers from you.
Look, it's safe then. I'm gonna make sure I answer.
How was her last name? They got her last name spelled different.
Do they have her last name spelled wrong?
Updated.
It's spelled on the actual ticket. It's spelled Lemle.
That's how you spell it.
SOMMER.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
That's
yes.
The right spell it. That's how it's spelled on the actual complaint.
Okay, because on the screen.
I know because they mess up stuff.
So which one is on the ticket is correct?
Oh, she spelled her own name wrong, huh? Yeah, on the ticket is correct.
Oh, the Zoom. Okay, it says MME. I didn't see that.
Okay.
What's the other phone number for you, ma'am?
313-995-5713.
Good morning. All right, let's call the case. The City of Detroit versus Summer Makia Lemle, case number Z80836621. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry on behalf of Ms. Lemle. State your full name, Ms. Lemle.
Summer Mikea Limley.
Okay, and Mr. Delatorre, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Ricardo Delatorre.
It is Mrs. Limley's position that she's been trying to get in contact with you and hasn't been able to. She is charged with the OWI, and I ordered her at the last court appearance to test one time per week.
Yes.
And from what I'm gathering is that this probably hasn't been done. So what is your position?
I have not had any phone contact, voicemail, at my desk. I did mail, April 11th, instructions to come here to the facility to test. I've just double checked with the testing facility. There's been no test completed.
Is his name Ricardo?
That's correct, Ricardo.
The number, I have the number right here. I can look for it. I talked to some young lady for a very long time, and this is the number that she gave me. I've left messages for this number. It was 313-965-5956.
Correct.
I've called that number multiple times and left multiple messages for Officer Ricardo, and I have not gotten back anything. I've called from the same exact number and left my number and everything. I talked to a young lady at first, and then she rerouted me to your office, and I haven't been able to get in contact, or no one has called me.
Your Honor, can I, is the address correct?
Go ahead, check out.
Did you receive the letter in the mail?
Yes, when I received the letter, I came up there. The lady said that I was looking for an office, that I would be talking to Officer Ricardo. I called and I came up there.
The directions were in the letter, ma'am, and it said to go straight. All you needed to bring was your ID.
I got the letter because they told me that if I didn't talk to you within a couple of days to call. So when I called, that she said that the Officer Ricardo.
Wait a minute, stop.
Mm-hmm.
He just made the statement that all the information was in the letter.
All the letter said was come to 36. It said come to 36 district test. I mean, come to 36 district.
So let me ask you this: did you do that?
Yes, and they told me when I got there, they said that you would be talking to Officer Ricardo.
Per the hearing,
But they never tested me or anything.
Hold on, don't listen. I got just presented from a letter from Officer Delatorre. Per the hearing held on April 11th, 2022, you were ordered to submit one drug screen per week and to not visit any bars or nightclubs. You may come to the 36th District Court testing facility located on the 3rd floor of the courthouse. Please be able to provide your state ID when coming in for your drug screens. You got that letter?
Yes.
Okay, and you say you came down here?
Yes.
And what happened?
I talked to some young lady at the front, and I said she said she'll be waiting for Officer Ricardo, that he wasn't in right there, and they told me to keep calling him. If I didn't talk to him, that he would call me. So the number that I just gave.
Come down here.
Excuse me?
What date was that?
It was probably like a week or two after the court date. I can't even remember the date.
Who's the lady that you talked to?
I don't even know who she was. Like, that's how I got the Officer Ricardo information. I didn't ask her name. They told me that they would be calling. I called up there. I've left messages. Like, I didn't know I couldn't find nothing on the internet on the website as far as how else to get in contact. Like, I've tried everything.
Mr. Berry, your client is kind of scant on information. Don't know the day she came down, doesn't know the person she's with. I got Officer Delatorre here.
His name is Delatorre Ricardo.
Be quiet, Miss Summers. Just be quiet. May I hear?
And there's an order in here to test, and I don't have any tests. This goes back to April 11th. Today is, it goes back a month and a month and a week or so. So with that being said, we're already on,
If I may, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Apparently it is not obvious what a person should do once they enter the 36th District Court to get this done. And either it sounds as if she got shunted off as opposed to getting to where she was to have taken the test. And it probably isn't obvious. I mean, once you enter the building, where are you to go?
It's at 3rd floor.
That's in the letter?
Yes. And you're
And
trying
Miss
to acknowledge that you got butter.
And Miss Limley, you went to the 3rd floor?
Yes. I don't know who the young lady was that I talked to at the front desk. I talked to a lady at the...
Hold on a second.
Yes, on the 3rd floor. I'm trying to find the date that I went.
So whoever she met on the 3rd floor did not conduct her to the test site or to where she was to have apparently dropped, I think. And then it went south from there.
So here's what I'm told. I'm told that Officer Bellatori says that all she needed was her ID. Her pre-filled forms are there. He said he just went there to check that out. So I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm not going to accept any more excuses to this.
Okay.
It is not that I don't believe what you're telling me, but I got an officer here that says he doesn't have any voice messages from you.
How would I know that his name was Ricardo? They don't tell me that.
It's printed on the form that you got in the mail.
No, let me find this form because it definitely just.
No, you don't find it. We don't need to go there now.
Okay.
I'm looking at the form. You acknowledge receipt of the form, and it says that you need to come to the 3rd for the courthouse. Please provide your state ID when coming in for your drug screens. Then he indicates that he checked before he came here, and your pre-printed form has been waiting there since the last time you were here. Now, I don't want you to miss work today. I want you to start testing by tomorrow.
That's fine. I can go in tomorrow morning.
All right, I want you to start testing by tomorrow. And when you come in tomorrow, I want you to come into court for a brief minute.
Okay.
So we can meet in person. And then what Ms. Mathis, once you get finished taking her selfie, she's gonna look and see. She's gonna look and see if did we get any response from the court appointed?
Well, that's why I asked for her telephone number because Judge Ricardo said contact.
All right.
So I sent her
So
an email.
look at your phone and make sure that you answer because we send a request for a spot appointment. I don't know how you're gonna get a spot appointment and you working at Chrysler making all that money.
I just found out that we have something with some type of lawyer situation. So I'm literally just kind of waiting for this court date because of the whole troubles I've been having as far as trying to get this done.
Don't wait. You got to start getting ahead of the game. You're waiting on a lawyer, which you need to be coming in and making calls immediately. You should have been making them long before you got this case, long before you had your court date. You're waiting to come to court to tell us that you didn't test, when you should have been calling the court calling, if you couldn't get in touch with Officer Delatorre, you should have been calling the court or zooming into the court. You're sitting back just waiting, and we want some action.
Yes, I can't do too much for a circuit who doesn't rarely answer. I had takes me 50 minutes
No,
to
did
get
you
to
hear what I said?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm not gonna believe you, Officer Delatorre. I'm gonna tell you that now. So I don't believe that you called, because he's saying that he doesn't have any messages. And then if you did call him, let's just say you did call him and you did come down here and you knew you had to test. So at the very least, you could have just zoomed in or called the court and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this. They're not letting me, I'm not getting tested. But you're sitting back and you're waiting, like you said. And this is a very, very serious case. These are the most serious cases I have in front of me. So let's not pass it off. You have to, this is your case, it's your responsibility. And let's not pass it off on anybody else that is their problem. Because if you're right and probation officer Delatorre didn't answer or does out and didn't respond, it's still you that needs to go test. You need to start getting names of people that you talk to. You need to start writing dates down. That's how important this is. This is a 93-day misdemeanor. And I know you want to go to work, but you could be sitting in jail for 93 days for this. All right?
Okay.
So you're going to test by tomorrow morning. I'm letting you go today because you said you had to go to work in 45 minutes. And I shouldn't do that, but I'm going to do that. And now we're not going to accept excuses from this point on, okay?
Okay.
All right. So just like Chrysler, they want you there on time, ready to work. No excuse, right?
Yes.
Or you lose your job. I did it for 26 years. So that's it. I'm gonna wait. Show up tomorrow in court after you. We'll put the pretrial over for tomorrow. Show up tomorrow in court. Hopefully you'll get a contact from that attorney, and then show up tomorrow and test. And let's not have any more hiccups moving forward. All right. If we don't have any more hiccups, we'll get through this.
Okay.
We're gonna get through it one way or the other. That's for sure. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Where's Mr. Goss? Thank you. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, Mr. Gardner. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gardner.
Yes, sir.
This is the city of Detroit versus Ryan D. Gardner, case number SP 1217203, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1217205-1. I've told Mr. Goss to come in the room. Let's hear about what your client has learned in this class, and let's not go with the general stuff. We talked about this, I believe. Let's go with the specific stuff that you learned out of this class and the substantive stuff, not just you're not supposed to speed. We all know that, right?
Yes,
go ahead, give us some information.
When I was taking the test, sir, I really wrote down things that stood out to me that I never knew. You know, I'll be 35 in July, so been driving since I was like 16, 17. And, you know, like I said, I know the basic things, but, you know, I never knew that, like the annual, like 300,000 people seriously get injured in school related actions. And what else was it? Roughly about 40% of drivers on the road after midnight on weekends are like intoxicated. It was so many notes I was just like writing down that I just didn't know, that I was like, you know, like very like intrigued about, like, dang, like I ain't know like this really like was going on.
Okay, so you said two good things. Where are the notes? Where are the notes?
I mean, I got them all right here. I mean, like, you know, I was, you know, okay, let me see. 1 in every 2,000 drivers on the road at any given time who are DUI are actually arrested.
1 in every 2,000 drivers, huh?
Yeah, 1 in every 2,000 drivers.
Okay, that's a heck of a statistic. And there's only 1 in every 2,000, so it's 1,999 drivers out there still driving drunk.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, almost 2 out of 3 of passengers killed in traffic collisions in the United States each year were not wearing seatbelts. You know, that's something that, you know, I never would ever even think about, you know, like knowing that it happens if you're not wearing a seatbelt, you know what I'm saying? That's for sure, but not knowing that, you know, 2 out of 3. What I didn't know was it say when traveling on mountain roads, be aware of the potential be aware of the potential for vehicle overheating, vapor lock. And I'm like, you know, knowing that I'll never, you know what I'm saying, be traveling on a mountain road, but just the fact that what if I ever did, and the fact that it said be aware of potential for vehicle overheating, and it's, you know, the vapor lock. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? What else was it?
That's one, Mr. Berry, that I haven't heard yet. That from that class. I will say this.
Yes, sir.
I listened to Mr. Gardner's. He's bringing substantive information to the class. That's one of the requirements. And I can tell that he took the class by the statistics that he's been saying and things like that. But nobody has ever said something about the vapor lock of the car and an overheating. I didn't know that of myself. All right.
Yeah,
Give us a little bit more, sir.
Okay, man. Okay, let me see. Well, it say this answers all the above. It say blank prevents a driver from keeping both hands on the steering wheel. And you know, it says drinking, smoking, and eating, but I should thought that cell phone should have been one of those things as well. Because you know, when you be seeing people drive, which I do, you're gonna see people on a excuse my language, on a cell phone. So, you know, that was one of the things that I had wanted to just make a note about, that the only 3 things that when that question says blank prevents a driver from keeping both hands on the steering wheel, it only said drinking, smoking, and eating. I felt like cell phone should have been that as well.
All right, so Mr. Berry, your client has not only taken the test, he's scrutinized the test, and he wants to go and talk to the makers of it and tell them to amend what they need to put on the test. I got that. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, the offer is just by taking the test, your client is offered from a 4-point offense down to a limited access 11 to 15 over, which would result, I think, in either a 2-point offense, or I don't know if it's a 1 or 2-point offense. But we did tell your client at the time that the city would be willing to do better. He has a valid driver's license, so that failure to display will be, do you have insurance, sir?
Yes, sir, I do have insurance now, yeah, on that vehicle that I was
What we're gonna do to get rid of this, he's been waiting a long time. I think he did very well on his class. I'm gonna offer your client a blocking traffic $175. That's a one-time deal. And that's because I think you put a lot of effort into it. And the reason why we asked you to take this class is those statistics that you ran off, that you said you had no clue about.
Yes,
I think, and I hope that those statistics will right there in and of itself make you a better driver and make you more aware of what's going on. Because, you know, we had a young lady in the court, and thank God she was able to come back. She took the Michigan defensive driving course, but in the interim, she was one that didn't have a seatbelt on, and she got into an accident and was ejected from the vehicle.
Wow.
And she was able to, you know, she ended up fine, bumps and bruises, and she was able to take the Michigan driving course. And then she saw how that statistic, and it was very alarming to her, like it should be. And just think about, we're talking about being ejected from the vehicle. I think that those numbers go way up when you talk about ejected. 2 out of 3, if you add that ejection to there, I think it goes up to probably, you're almost like she's probably, I don't know, I can't even give a number, but I'm sure that number is very small for people that live after you've been ejected from a car in an accident. So thank God she was able to be here with us. She did take the course, and she was in that age group that they talk about, 16 to 24, that are most likely to get in accidents and stuff like that as well too. So hopefully it makes you a better driver and makes you more aware out there, because there's you know, everybody's trying to get to where they want to go, and with you doing 21 and 25 over, it doesn't you know, it's just not a good look. All right.
Yes, sir.
Take the deal, sir.
Huh?
You want to take the deal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. I agree with the deal. I just had wanted to ask, what's the time frame on what I would have to pay the 175? Because I should be getting paid. I get paid every 2 weeks. So,
what time do you need, sir? Just give me a time and be specific and just have it paid. That's all I'm concerned about.
Okay, let me go to my calendar real quick, man. I want to just give a date where I know I will have it paid before then. So, let me see. Let me go to my calendar. Okay, I can have it. Let me see. June 1st is a Wednesday. So I can definitely have it paid before June 1st. So do I got to come downtown and pay that 175?
You have to come down or pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can upload DivDat app on your phone. All
okay.
Right? Well, I'll stipulate, counselor, to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for the responsible plea.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
I'm gonna find your clients responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic. I'm gonna fine them $175. For your client stipulate to a probable cause for the stop, for the dismissal.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss the other 3 matters. You have a valid driver's license now, sir. You took the class, $175, paid by June the 6th, 2022, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir. And my last question, like when I come down there with the 175, do I just say I want to pay the like what's the name of the ticket, or will that be the only ticket that's in my name that I gotta pay?
That's gonna be the only ticket, I believe, that you have to pay. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be the only ticket. Everything else is gonna be dismissed, $175. Good luck to you, sir. That's a one-time deal. All right.
Thank you, sir. And as soon as I pay it, it goes straight. Well, like it be clear, like you would see that it was paid, right?
It was paid. That's 0 points. That's like an expensive parking ticket. Secretary of State doesn't know anything about it. All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a good day. Good luck to you. All right.
Okay. You too, sir. Enjoy your day. Thanks again.
All right. Let's call. This is the city of Detroit versus DeJuan Littlejohn, case numbers U16992114. SP 11672781, SP 1233646 counts 1 and counts 2, SP 690943 counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 69094442, SP 690945 16298 6271 173677421, SP 11672782, SP 1233141, appearance for the record, please.
Howard S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Duan Littlejohn.
Right. Police Officer Zach, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Hello.
Hello. State your name for the record and department and badge number, please.
Officer Jamie Zach, badge 4415, Detroit Police Department, 10th
All right.
Precinct.
Very well. Good morning to you. And,
You as well.
All right, Mr. Barry, I don't expect that you know where your client is. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a warrant out for his arrest. Today is the date time set for a trial in this long. Give him ample opportunity. I'm going to put a $0 bond on him. Warrant out for his arrest. If there's nothing further, let's see. What is that? You take? I'll put a $0 bond on him. And if it's nothing further, we'll try to locate him. Thank you for appearing, Officer Zach. I appreciate you. Be safe out there, all right?
All right, thank you.
Honor,
Yes,
for Mr. Gardner, what was the date he's supposed to pay by?
June the 6th, 2022.
Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing further, I will see Mr. Berry. I'll see you later. And Ms. Williams, I'll see you this afternoon. And Ms. Mathis and Mr. Goss, I'll see you both this afternoon, all right?
Take care, Your Honor.